Hi, Linda. I think you've got a great job on this cat. Really intense looking kitty, and I think you've captured him or her, whoever this little kitty is, very well. One thing I would still say you've got to do is you still have to do shadows. Does that make sense? You still have to have shading. So if we did a black and white of this in both of them, what do we notice? That there's shading under the chin and a little bit on the paw, even here, and even a little bit here, and you haven't really got that, and you're a little light here on the little whiskers. So I would say that that's a little bit of shadow under here. So let's go back over into Painter. You still need to do that. Let's go back into Painter and I'll show you what that would look like. Come up here into, this is just going to be glazing now for you. And what we need is sort of a very light sort of blue-gray color. Now it's going to be too dark. But you need a little bit of shadow under here to give this some depth, like that. You still have to, do your lights and darks, okay, to kind of round out the face. You did a little bit on the nose, but you could exaggerate that a little bit because I think you're a little small right here on the nose. I think this needs to be a little bigger on the left-hand side. And then on the paw, I think you've got a little bit here on the paw. We can make that just a bit lighter. But the front of this paw kind of is in shadow a little bit, right? And I think this paw is a little bit large here on the, this paw is a little bit big. So I would probably reduce the size of this paw like yay. I think that that's just too big right there. Just pull that out. It just, paw's too big. And then you've got that, I would put in the two claws like this. And here, there's just a little, there's two here. Okay, and I would just exaggerate those just a little bit, right? You've got them over here, but I've definitely put those in, okay? So then, let's see, a little bit of this pink. You need a little bit wider nose over here. Not sure I can do it on the computer, but you need to widen up the nose just a hair over here. Okay. And then here, I would just tone these back just a bit. They're a little white. And leave the whiskers, but just tone these back just a hair. Just a little bit like that. Still want a little more color right here on the side of the face, and then right under here, I'm going to put a little color. There we go, just a little bit more right there. You can see you've got it on this, you've got a little bit on this foot, right? Now, let's see, because I think you've got the eyes. I feel like you've got the eyes. There, her pupils are a little bit bigger, but I don't know that it would make any difference if you enlarged them a little bit. Just a hair. Let's just see what would happen if you did. A little more intense, right? Okay, so now let's take this, move it over here, and I'll just show you the difference. Grab this, grab this. Here we go. So let me just put it back side by side and you can see it. All right, let's go revert to original. Okay. And let's just make this bigger. Okay, Do you see the difference? By making this paw smaller, smaller, and adding some shadows here, kind of turning this back. See, that brings the center of interest really is the eyes. And we just made the pupils slightly bigger and add a little more shading, kind of tone that back. And I would bring these whiskers out further on this side. To maybe show you over here in the painter. I think I would bring those whiskers out a little further. Let's see. Let's see. So we want white, I guess. Get them real thin. So I don't like any of these, but let's just follow along with what you've done. Whoops. Well, I just feel like they need to come out further. All right, let me make them a little thicker because you did. All right, so here's this one, right? Well, not that far. Just feel like that's too many. Just needed to extend these a little bit. I think you got them just a little bit short. Just a thought, okay? You don't really see them here, so I know that's why you didn't do them. But I think they would be. There. Just bring this one down. Anyway, that's what I think. I think it's a gorgeous kitty, and I think just a couple of things like that would make a big difference. So good job.